Back with the market right here on 80 now. The Nifty, of course, has breached below the 200 DMA. It's cracked that. Ultratech Cement, Nestle, Shriram, Eicher, Maruti. Autos actually are the ones which are the drag today. Other than that, of course, there are other key heavyweights like a Bharti, which has slipped about 1.5%. Reliance, which is down. M&M as well, down 1.25%. BEL too has slipped into the red as we speak. It's only IT which is kind of resilient so far, at least. HDFC Bank, Axis, ICICI Bank, L&T, SBI, Bajaj Finance, they as well are slipping quite a fair bit. But let's talk about the state of IT right now. Ashank Desai, founder and chairman at Mastek, joins in on the show right now to talk about exactly that. Ashank, hi, good morning. Great to have you today on ET now. Ashank, India is really being talked about as the anti-AI trade right now. And there's just so much talk about, and fear rather, about what AI really means for traditional IT services providers. Tell me what's your own view right now from the perch that you sit at Mastek.
See, I will take not only a Mastek view, but from where I come, I can take an industry view. As you know, I'm involved very closely with NASSCOM since foundation days as one of the founders. We at an industry level interact and discuss these issues. We just had a very big event of NASSCOM in Mumbai, and all these things were discussed. So let me give you a view which requires some time to explain. There are two ways you can look at this problem. One is a macro view. Macro view is 10,000 feet view of this whole problem. As they say, you can solve a problem only if you get out of it and see it better rather than in the problem, because you are going to have a muddy view of everything around you. So that's my macro view. But then I'll take you to micro view also, close to the customers, close to the technology, and give that view also. I hope that's okay. So macro view goes as it is, as follows. There are 4 points there. Point number 1, technology, productivity improvement, and crisis is not new. It has happened in last 40 years many times. We were told that our quality is not good. We are not going to go anywhere. Indian IT industry became top 80% of what they call CMM level 5 quality certification, and we moved ahead. Then Y2K came. Everybody said, what is there after Y2K? Nothing. Didn't happen. We in fact got more work. Then cloud came after many years. Everybody said, oh, there is no software required. Everything is on cloud. Actually, cloud required more implementation. Then digital came and so on. So the point I'm making is, we are overdoing these changes that are happening in IT industry over the last 40 years. Productivity of programming has gone maybe 1,000 times over the last 40 years since I started programming with punch cards and doing it 1.5 hour away to run my programs. So productivity improvements has made Indian IT industry very, very capable to handle. So that is the point number 2 I'm making. Please do not underestimate IT industry's management depth. Earlier crises which they came we were much smaller. Quality thing was happening, we were only $1 billion. When Y2K happened, we were 4 billion. When cloud happened, we I think maybe 50 billion or something like that. The point I'm making is, we are much larger industry today. So we have a depth of management to handle such issues, and we have a large relationship with our customers. We are not going to just go away by some technology changes. Customer understands us well. They expect more. So that is point number 2. Point number 3, take a larger view. Any productivity improvement has generated into a larger economic growth and larger applications. IT industry, it has happened, or it has happened in many industries, starting from steam engine, as they say, and automobile. Anything that generates more productivity, improves a better way of doing the things and newer applications.
Right.
Something, and all that is going to happen also with AI. So IT industry being such mature industry, having seen this for 40 years, and AI being a productivity improvement,
Right.
we are going to see a much better outcomes than what being thought about. So that's the macro view. Okay.
Right.
The micro view, let's come to. The coding is what is getting automated. Please remember, coding is not 100% of our work. We have to do something before coding. We have to do something after coding if it is an application development. If it is an implementation, there is very little coding.
Right.
If it is going to be something which is managed services, there is very little coding. It is more about customer interfaces. It is more about training them, solving their problems, which has very little to do with coding. Yes, coding productivity has gone up considerably. That will reduce the work. But that is not going to impact us as if some 80% of work is over now. Coding is certainly much lesser than 30-40% probably. Look at micro work. So that's micro view. Come back to the more important part. AI today is opening us doors to much larger, newer application that we can even imagine. And some of it we may can't even imagine today. 3 years from now, 2 years from now, people will come with some new applications which will completely change the way we work. And who is going to do that integration? IT companies, IT services companies. So this is a micro view. So the point I'm making is I just don't understand this, what would I say, paranoid view of AI. And I really sometimes feel very amused with this kind of view. Sorry.
No, Mr. Desai, this has been fantastic in terms of our education as well to try and understand what's playing out. But Mr. Desai, a large part of IT services revenues is linked to man hours. With everything that you're saying, man hours will likely go down for all of the IT companies, at least the traditional ones sitting out of India. Does that pose a risk?
See, the point I'm making is all of us do some fixed price projects, some which is based on man hours or person hours as we call it. Let's take Mastek. Almost half of our revenues come from a fixed price. And that is nothing to do with man hour related issues. Now, if you go to person hour related issues, yes, as far as coding part goes, productivity goes, that will get reduced. That's correct. However, the point we are making here is we are also accountable for the results and outcomes even today as we speak. So the companies that all of us work with are interested also in outcomes apart from just person months. So if time to implement goes down, and if the cost also is shared with the customers, the impact is not going to be as negative as if everything is over, is the point I'm making. What you say is right. There is going to be an impact on the person hours that are being spent, and that reduction will happen in existing applications. But please remember, as I speak today, there is a large number of new applications which are coming because of same productivity improvements. We in one of our West world customer were doing some large work for conversion. It was taking long time. It was taking long cost. We used AI and we reduced it by half. Now they're saying, please do more.
Right.
So what is happening is productivity improvement is opening up new doors.
Sure.
And there is
Sure.
20 trillion worth of code lying apparently.
Sure.
There is an estimate in America.
Mr. Desai,
COBOL programs were written 25 years ago.
Mr. Desai,
that
there
work
is
is
no
not
doubt.
going anywhere.
Mr. Desai, that there is no doubt. Apologies for interrupting. We're really short on time. The question really is, can the incremental work coming in offset the large efficiency that's being created in terms of man hours? If man hours were to shrink by a third or a quarter, at least that seems to be the bare minimum basis, whatever we're having in terms of conversations with industry. If that were to happen, can the new business coming in offset it at the same pace?
at least for us, it has happened. I can only talk about our personal experiences.
Yeah,
So
same thing
far,
now.
we have been able to also get new work by AI as well as productivity improvements. We are driving both of them, and we have not found anything negative so far. Yes, there is a reduction in person hours. As I said, it is only in the coding and some part of the application development and not on the whole industry. Please appreciate, industry is not only about application development. It is also about maintenance. It is about managed services, and all of them have a productivity improvement. I'm not saying no, but coding impact is the highest. That is where the impact is highest. And some of it, what you are saying, will happen. I I don't think we have an estimate here to say it is 25% down, because that would mean that half of our person hours in person hour kind of billing will go down. It looks to me impossible. I don't think that will happen. I can confidently say that. This is an overestimate.
Mr. Desai, this has been a very good conversation. Thank you so much for having this with us. But we're completely out of time, in fact,
Thanks.
on this show.
I
First
think you
rate.
are
So
doing a
from
good
Aisha,
job
myself,
by removing all these misconceptions about IT and AI. So thanks for that. More such conversations have to happen. I'm sorry, we had this conversation last 40 years anyway in a different formats. But the point I'm making is thanks ET for taking this initiative.
Oh, absolutely, and I guess it was much the need of the hour, given how many misconceptions and myths are there right now about how traditional IT services is going to evolve to the new AI reality. But great speaking with you, Mr. Desai.
Thank you.
Okay, on that note, we're going to quickly wind it up right here on this edition of First Trades. It's a goodbye from Harsh and me.